Mariners lose 4-3. They fall to 81-77 on the year. And with the loss, they are eliminated from AL West contention. The Houston Astros have clinched the AL West for the 938th straight year. I think it's 8, but might as well be. Go over the scoring plays. First inning, Alex Bregman homers to center to make it 1-0. Second inning, Jorge Polanco ties the game at 1-1 with a solo homer of his own. Mariners get 2 in the third. Randy Arozarena doubles home Julio, and Jorge Polanco singles to left to score big dumper. It's 3-1 in the middle of the third. But Kyle Tucker hits a solo home run in the fourth, and Jason Hayward connects on a 2-run homer, scores Victor Caratini. Yep, the runs that eliminated the Seattle Mariners come from Jason Hayward and Victor Caratini. Kind of funny. Jason Hayward probably eliminated Scott Service's job and also eliminates the Seattle Mariners. Simply Seattle. Mollywop 30. MOLLYWHOP 30 takes 30% off your offer. And it's only good as long as the Mariners are still playing. So you got until Sunday to use that code. 30% off your order. And it's not just for the Seahawks. It's not just for the Seahawks. You can use it for the Seahawks. You can use it for the Mariners, the Supersonics, the Kraken, the Storm, the Mariners, Huskies, anybody. Mollywop 30, MOLLYWHOP 30. Link in the description to make it nice and easy for you. I'm getting texted left and right. Be right back. Okay, positives. You got a little bit of help, but not enough. No, let's just not do positives. Tonight's not the night for positives. Great game from Jorge Polanco. Bullpen did fine. Big Dumper had a really nice game. Should have had another hit if not for a terrific catch from, you guessed it, Jason Hayward. Sure. Some positives. Tonight's not that night. This stinks. And look, we all knew that the division was over a while ago, but, and this is going to be interesting, especially today, you know, it's kind of like, unfortunately, when you know someone's going to pass away in the coming days, and then they do, and there's just that little bit of relief that, oh, they're no longer suffering, and then there's that sadness because they're gone. And I'm not saying that the Mariners are equatable to your loved ones, just to be clear. It's just a kind of similar comparison. And I'll talk about that comparison in a little bit. Didn't think of that until right now. It stinks. It stinks to not win this division again. You have not won this division since 2001. And now we'll have at least a 23-year streak of not finishing in first place and not beginning a series at home for your postseason. You've played one playoff game at home. And you're very much not guaranteed to play any playoff games, period. But you're guaranteed at most, no, not even at most, you're probably not going to play playoff home games. There we go. I knew I could say that right. It sucks. It flat out stinks, sucks. All those other words you can use for it. This is awful. This is awful. And just because we knew it was going to happen doesn't mean that it's not awful. It still stinks. I'm still very upset by it. I wanted to win the division really, really badly and was super excited that they were looking like foregone conclusion is too strong, but we were having conversations about like, so many likes there. I'm sorry. Man, just winning the division is not good enough. Yeah, they're going to win it, but they got to do this. They got to do that. Those conversations were happening left and right. It seemed so likely that the Seattle Mariners were going to win the AL West. And a lot of it has to do with them. I hate doing this. You have to give some credit to the Astros. And if you don't, that's fine. That's fine. But you start 7-19 and you win a division. It has a little bit of something to do with how they've played. There, I'm done. I don't like him either. But the Mariners helped a lot. Oh my goodness gracious, did they help a lot. They have been, since they were 44-31, they have gone, I'm not even going to do that math right now. I'm not going to even try. It's bad. Really bad. Let's talk about some negative players on top of this too. Logan Gilbert wasn't good enough. Now, he had a little bit of Jeff Facero in him. If you don't get the reference, that's fine. Where you take away 3 pitches, it's a pretty darn good start. Can't do that. Can't do that. Missed his spots on all of them. All of them were not great pieces of hitting. You know, you have to do your job to hit the ball over the fence, of course. But it's not like they went down and got one. Particularly the home run to Bregman was such an awful pitch. And then way too much of the plate to the pitches to Tucker and to Hayward. Like Jason Hayward. A very solid big league career. Did not work out the way that many thought it would. He was considered the best prospect in baseball some 15 years ago, maybe closer to 20. Solid player. He has beat the Mariners, you know what, this year. 2 absolutely huge homers, makes that big catch. And there's nothing he can do about the catch. He's always been a terrific defensive player. But him beating you offensively, once against Andres Munoz and once against Logan Gilbert, man. So, yeah, Logan Gilbert was not good enough today. The offense also was not good enough today. Outside of the 5th inning, pretty awful offensive. Excuse me. Outside of the 3rd inning, 5th inning for the Astros was the very big one. Mariners get 1 in the 2nd and 2 in the 3rd, and then just kaput. Really bad game from Victor Robles. I know Julio gets the hit, but that's a very disappointing effort from him. Last at bat was awful. Big Dumper and Polanco are really the only guys who can really hold their head up too high today. I know Turner reached. Actually, Turner had a good offensive game today, and Randy had an okay one. The bottom of the lineup after Polanco was wretched. Wretched. Mitch Garver just isn't good. Luke Raley had a horrific at-bat as a pinch hitter. Luis Arias, what were you expecting? JP Crawford. We have not talked nearly enough. And in part, I mean, we know we've talked about it. Over 162 games, you're going to talk about it. We have talked not nearly enough about how awful JP Crawford has been at the plate this year. All 4 of those at-bats were words I'm not going to say. And, you know, I can't help but think about how much they wasted. And yes, Victor Robles was bad today. How much they wasted having, what a waste of time having Julio Rodriguez not hitting leadoff when he was there. And then I was trying to say JP Crawford, but I am at a loss for words. Let's just get into this too. Today was a very bad day for me. There's one thing I can't talk about. And then today is the 1-year anniversary of Mom passing. And I have just been an emotional wreck. And that's why it was kind of funny that I thought of the death coming. I had no idea Mom was going to pass. To say she went without expectation is quite the understatement. She had some health problems, but she did not. It was not supposed to happen. It definitely wasn't supposed to happen while she was on vacation, on her dream vacation too. But I have just been an emotional wreck. And maybe that's why I'm not screaming more. I'm upset. I am upset. But maybe my priorities are a little different right now. I don't know. You had a 10-game lead in the division. And you blew it. You blew it a while ago. But now you can officially. It's over. And now you need a lot of help. You have to win out. That much is blatantly obvious. And you need the Twins to keep stinking. And hopefully the Royals can keep playing like they do. Now, the Royals get the win today. The one positive thing I think you could take is that the Twins look awful and the Royals look awful. They win 1-0 in extra innings. Joey Gallo misses a walk-off homer by about 15 inches. It's about how much JP Crawford missed every pitch that he swung at, to be fair, but they look terrible. This is very much still, the wild card is still in play. Just because, not because the Mariners deserve it, because Minnesota and Kansas City are, as the kids say, fumbling the gosh dang bag. And, you know, the big thing that we should be upset about is the fact that you had a golden opportunity to make up games against the Twins and, you know, keep pace with Kansas City. By the way, Detroit, they're in. Congratulations to the Detroit Tigers. What a comeback. I will happily make this a freezing cold take if they don't, but they had a chance to make up games against those teams, or at least keep pace with a team that just looks awful right now. And you can't do it because you played a horrible, horrible baseball game. I know they only lost by 1. They did not play well today. And it's another 1-run loss. And I know a lot of people will quickly bring up how 1-run losses are bad luck. Guys, go take a look at their record in 1-run games since Dan Wilson took over. Just saying. Tw- 23 years. I was 18 years old. I had graduated from high school. I was just starting up at Pierce College in Tacoma, Washington. The last time that the Seattle Mariners won the division. And I'm an old man. Appreciate you hitting like. I appreciate you subscribing. Appreciate the support all year. We'll keep going even if they get eliminated. But I really hope they don't. But they have been eliminated from the division. That sucks.